saw Infinity War a week ago and I'm still in shock. A couple of things before we start this video. First of all, there are spoilers in this video, so beware of that. If you haven't seen Infinity War, wait until you have before you watch this video. Just, some advice if you don't want spoilers. And don't check the comments of the video because someone may post spoilers there as well. Just be careful. Second of all, I want to be completely honest before I come in. I am a Steve Rogers fan, a Bucky Barnes fan, and I do ship them. Also, for not Infinity War, for Civil War, all these wars, gosh. For Civil War, I was team, why can't we all just get along? So, some of those opinions that I have may colour my thoughts on Infinity War. I'm sad. I'm very sad about it. Oh my gosh, I'm so emotional. Afterwards, you know how you shouldn't leave a Marvel movie because there's going to be a scene at the end of the credits or whatever? I couldn't. I was in too much shock to leave my seat. I was just like, so, yeah, just that was my state of mind after watching it. We knew instantly there were high stakes. We come in and, you come in and I've recently rewatched Thor Ragnarok, so that opening scene was like, they just come in and they're just like, look, the stakes are freaking high in this movie, so don't you think any of your favourite characters are safe, and just kill off a bunch of brilliant characters right off the bat. So we knew what we were in for the moment we went in. So, they just gave you those expectations, and I mean, I went in knowing that there was going to be death. I was not expecting some of those deaths. Some of the people who are alive, I was expecting to die. So, don't go in with theories, because theories are generally wrong. In the Civil War comic arc, Steve Rogers dies. So I thought, he got the stay of execution in Civil War. He'll probably die in Infinity War. I was wrong. He may as well have, though. Oh god. I just loved seeing all of these different characters together. The way Tony and Doctor Strange interacted was amazing. I just really, really did appreciate how they interacted. I hope there were lots of Sherlock jokes on the set, with both Robert Downey Jr. and Benedict Cumberbatch playing Sherlock in the past. But yeah, those interactions were good. I love the relationship between Peter and Tony. Peter Parker, that is. We'll get into Peter Quill later. The relationship between Peter Parker and Tony Stark is just, I love it. Like, I need so many fics of, I need so many fanfics of Tony and Peter's sort of relationship and their dynamic, because I love it so much. He's kind of taken the role of a father figure for Peter, and I just, it's something that Tony needs as well. I mean, after everything that happened in Civil War, and I don't blame Tony either, like I said, I may love Steve Rogers and Bucky Barnes, but I was team, why can't we all just get along? Tony is, I like Tony as well. I'm not like some people out there who are like, I hate Tony, or I hate Steve Rogers, or I hate Bucky Barnes. By the way, if you hate Bucky Barnes, get out. Sorry, kidding. So yeah, I just really felt that connection there between them, and Tony trying to protect Peter, and then at the end, okay, we'll get there, we'll get to the end, and we'll get to the end. Having the dynamic between Scarlet Witch and Vision was interesting. Like, you saw the hints of it in Civil War. It's something that happens in the comics. So, yeah, and there's obviously been some time. We can kind of see that, but honestly, you can tell how much they love each other, which is just very important, especially for the end, later in the film. And then, oh my gosh, I gasped when Steve first appeared. I was like, oh, my baby. No, not quite like that, but I just, oh my god, it's Steve. Oh, I was very happy. I was like, yes, he's here. He's gonna. And then when they were like, when Sam was like, where to, Cap? And Steve was like, home. And then, I'm sorry, I'm just emotional. I really appreciated that even though this movie was so high stakes, so serious, and we knew we could lose anyone at any moment, there was still some really great moments of humour still put in there, like with Drax especially. Drax is a great character, and yet you still really felt the real emotional part. It really was, sort of, they really did do that well. The funny parts were funny. I was a bit concerned before going in about, how many characters there are, what all these characters get their moments, and I think they did it really well. I mean, not every character had its arc, and not every character had huge moments, but they still did a lot with the amount of characters there are, because there were so many characters from so many different movies in the Marvel Cinematic Universe, and it was done quite well. I felt awful for Thor, who lost everything, like literally everything. I really do like the fact that in the end the heroes didn't win. I mean, obviously we knew there was going to be Avengers 4, and that would be a continuation, and that would probably have Thanos and that kind of thing, and the heroes didn't win, which is so different from the standard superhero story. So I really do like that they did something a bit different with that. Also, we lost so many people. That moment at the end where everyone is turning into ash or dust or basically disintegrating was heart-wrenching. I mean, first of all, like I said, I love Bucky Barnes, so losing him was like losing a piece of my heart. But especially the moment with Peter Parker, dying in Tony's arms, and he's like, I don't want to go, Mr. Stark, and I just, oh my god, Groot going in Rocket's arms. Rocket has lost every single one of his friends. The part where Thanos threw Gamora off the cliff, I mean, the moment that Red Skull, by the way, what the heck, Red Skull? Just came back, fine, okay. Red Skull said, it was a soul for a soul, it had to be something that Thanos loved. I knew that was the end for Gamora. That was that. Yeah, that was, I knew, it was really obvious. I think a lot of people knew at that point. It was like, yeah, no, that's what's going to happen to Gamora. And it's surprising that Gamora didn't realize that straight away. But, like, I guess I kind of understand from her point of view. She doesn't see how Thanos feels as love. And, I mean, it's really messed up form of love. But he does. That was the other thing about this movie as well. We really saw the backstory for Thanos. Really, we saw more of his relationship with Gamora in the past. We saw his reasons. And that doesn't mean that we're supposed to be sympathetic to his reasons or to him or to agree with him or anything like that. It's just good to have that backstory for a villain, because that's what he is, and have a reason for why he's doing what he's doing, rather than just because he's evil. Perhaps that came at the price of some characters having a bit more time on screen, but I think it was worth the price to pay. Having that story there is good. It's giving more depth to the villain, giving more depth to the story, giving more depth to the deaths that happen along the way. Now, obviously, we know about some movies that have been announced. Obviously, there's another Spider-Man movie coming that's been announced. It has a date. It's after the next Avengers. So I'm assuming the next Avengers will fix that death somehow. There's going to be another Guardians of the Galaxy. So, I mean, they must come back. Some of the deaths may be permanent. I have a feeling that possibly Heimdall's will be, which is, I don't know about Loki. He's died so many times. But, you know, that one does feel a bit more permanent. Doesn't mean it won't be fixed. I feel like the deaths that were at the end, when they all kind of disintegrated, might be ones that get fixed. I don't know that for sure. We don't know anything for sure. We can have all sorts of theories and fun things and all sorts of things, but we don't know anything until we see the next Avengers next year. Oh gosh, how are we supposed to wait? How are we supposed to wait a year for answers? It was a good experience. It shook me to the core. I am shook. I was engrossed the whole time. I just could not take my eyes off the screen. Right from the beginning, I was like, here's the story, this is it, we keep going, we keep going, we keep going. And it was just amazing. Every moment, and I know in this video I have not even captured or talked about a lot of the movie. There were so many things in this that were just like, what? I think I have to watch it another few times to really process it. Not because it was hard to understand, but because, you know, it's just so shocking. They didn't hold anything back. You know, in the end, half of the universe died, basically. Like, that's insane. Like, this was not a movie that mucked around. It was like straight to the point. Here you go. You knew that right from the beginning. It was just wow. No wonder it's like the biggest movie. It's just insane. I didn't even anywhere near cover everything, and I am more than happy to talk more about it. So, you know, just want to say, Thor's new weapon, with a part of Groot, the axe with Groot, that's awesome. Yeah, there's always going to be a piece of Guardians with the Thor or with Avengers. Like, that's amazing. That's cool. Thank goodness for fanfiction writers and fix-it fanfics. Oh my gosh, that's all I have to say, because fuck. I have so many thoughts on this, and the video, I just need to condense the video. I need to end it. Leave your own thoughts and comments and everything. Oh my gosh, I am just... Oh my gosh, I am just... It's gonna take so long to process it completely. But yeah, I will talk about it a lot. A lot. But that is all for this video. Thanks for watching, and I will see you next time. Bye!